Hello, I'm Tiffin Wilsford, Director of Youth Ministries here at St. Paul's United Methodist Church. I have had the honor of walking alongside many youth in the past 20 years. I thank God each day for this blessing. High school graduation is such an important milestone in the life of a young person. It signifies 12 years of hard work and dedication towards your education. In addition, high school graduation is a turning point between child and adult. It's a time of recognized increased responsibilities for these young adults by their families, their peers, their church, and society. I am so deeply impressed at the confidence and maturity in which our graduating seniors transition between this stage of their spiritual, emotional, and physical journey from high school to whatever lies next for them. Most will continue their education and their career goals by attending college, often in a different community than they currently live, where I know they'll be successful. Each student is unique in their own way, and each student is the same in some ways. They are a blessing to so many. They are loved by God, their family, and their church. Each has the potential to have accomplished anything that they've set their eyes upon. Each will always be remembered within the youth group, and each will always be welcomed back into the loving arms of the St. Paul's community, no matter where God guides their path. I'm excited that some of our graduating seniors were able and willing to share a message today with you all about what St. Paul's has meant to them. I invite you to join me today in praying for them and in their days to come, because their world has been turned upside down by the COVID-19 pandemic. Yet they are strong, and they will not only prevail through it, but they will come out of it even stronger, bolder, and wiser. Thank you.
I'm Alex Mosby. I've been going to St. Paul's for about 8 years now. I started in, it was Palm Sunday of my 4th grade year. So this last Palm Sunday was my 8-year anniversary. So I didn't grow up so much in the, Joyful Noise and the St. Paul's school, but I was more of like the middle school youth group, high school kind of group. And that's actually what it's meant to me. Is I've made some of my closest friends through the youth group. It's been really great to I have friends who are like a second family and like sisters to me, especially in my own grade. Like I know my fellow seniors, Whitney and Melanie and Julianna and them, we're very close. But other than making friends, it's a lot of the memories and the opportunities to give back and really find that connection in your own way with God. They give you a lot of opportunities to find your own, how you want to connect. So there's scripture, there's singing, there's prayer, there's the mission trips, which is very hands-on, and honestly that's been my favorite part. Is I get to go out and actually see what we do for people and see how we can be the light of God for others. But it's meant a lot to me to be able to do that over the years, and I know it's going to be really sad when youth can't do it in the same way. I know this summer, hopefully next summer it'll be different and they can go out there and do what they were doing before. But it's been really great to be able to go out and do that. That's been my favorite part, and that's what St. Paul's has meant to me, is giving me the tools I need to figure out exactly how I connect with God and meeting new people, and just, it's been great.
Hello, my name is Julianna Reeves. I'm a senior and I have been attending St. Paul's for 10 years. To me, St. Paul's means everything. St. Paul's is home to me, from the welcoming faces to the kind hearts to the supportive congregation and the comforting youth center. I have often struggled putting into words what St. Paul's means for me. It's just this amazing feeling you get when you walk through those doors that you can't get anywhere else. It's almost like this unspoken code that most youth members speak with one another. They just know that St. Paul's is your place. Some of my best memories in the last 10 years are related to St. Paul's and our youth group. The bond you make with the people of the same faith as you is irreplaceable. Going to public school for most of my life, it wasn't a given that everyone will share the same faith as you. Here at St. Paul's, every side of you is accepted, from the crazy, funny side to your vulnerable, emotional side to your faithful, religious side. St. Paul's accepts it all in a place that provides compassion and comfort while you face any challenges the outside world may throw at you. To me, when I think of St. Paul's, I think primarily of the youth group, for that was where I spent most of my time. The youth group, run by the amazing Tiffin and Oksana, has helped me through so much I can't even put into words how much it means to me. Throughout the years when I wasn't exactly accepted at school or by my friends, when I was unsure of who I was, when I was going through anything mentally or emotionally, I was always loved, respected, and accepted at St. Paul's Youth Group, and I am forever grateful. The youth group had a huge impact on who I am as a person today and who I want to be in the future. I hope to be living my life with love in my heart, kindness towards others, and compassion for all. Tiffin and Oksana have been and will continue to be a huge inspiration, not only to me, but also to every other youth who walk through those doors. 10 years ago, I walked through the doors of St. Paul's, not knowing how big of an impact this church would have on me. St. Paul's is my home, my family, and my heart. Wherever my life takes me, I know I will always have a home and a family at St. Paul's.
Hi, my name is Melanie Davis, and I'm a senior, was a senior at Bel Air High School. And in the fall, hopefully I will be attending University of Maryland at College Park, depending if they will be online classes or on-campus classes. And my parents got married at St. Paul's. I got baptized at St. Paul's. I went through the whole Grow program and the youth program, and I've done Jump, Army, most of the retreats, and close to end of high school I kind of stopped doing them just because you get more busy with all the stuff you're doing and friends and extracurriculars and stuff. But what I really loved about St. Paul's Youth Group is that even though you haven't been there in a month or something, or even longer than that, like me, and then you come back to do a youth 5 to 7 day on a Sunday, everyone is just so happy to see you. Everyone is always so excited to see you, especially Tiffin and Oksana, and Sam was too, which is really nice. And you really can appreciate that no matter how far you are, where you're going, or if you're more away and not talking to people, you still have a family at St. Paul's, and you're still welcome there no matter what. You're never worried that you're gonna lose touch with them, because they're always so happy to talk to you, always so happy to see you and to interact with you. And I really loved St. Paul's Jump and Army and the Bolivia trip. It really helped me gain perspective, because I've been really lucky growing up in my environment and what I've been able to do and travel and everything, and it's really nice to be able to share that with other people, and especially with like God's grace and doing worship in the morning and devotional at lunch and worship in the evening. It's a lot of worship, but it's really nice. It's a really great week where you center yourself, and I love those trips. I always tried to shift all my schedule around so I could always do those trips, and the Bolivia trip was just amazing. It was amazing because you get to be with other people that have the same faith values as you and the same just love of everything. And that's what I really think St. Paul's is for me is just love, you know, always just people are there to love you, to welcome you. If you haven't been there forever, if you're there every day, if you're just new, you know, it's just a welcoming, safe, wonderful place to be. And I think it was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. I really don't think I would be the same person if I didn't have that support group and that youth group, and especially with everything that I've been through, going through all my stuff. They've really been there for me always, and I can't wait to keep coming back every time I come back for summers and winter break and spring break, because they're my family, and they always will be, no matter where I am in the world, no matter what I'm doing, because they always have my back, and I hope to always have theirs.
Hi, my name is McKenna Miller, and I am a graduate from the High School for the Performing and Visual Arts. From as early as I can remember, St. Paul's has served as both a second family and a home away from home. I believe there are two main aspects of my life at St. Paul's that have really shaped who I am today and where I'm going. The first being acolyting. From an early age, I enrolled as an acolyte at St. Paul's, and I think what really drew me in was the reverence and responsibility that an acolyte carries as a leader of the service. And being able to do this from such a young age really taught me about responsibility and commitment. But I think the most important thing that I got out of acolyting was that I was able to give back and participate in the service in a really sacred and holy way. The second and probably most important way that St. Paul's has influenced me is musically. And I enrolled as a little chorister in Anna Teagarden's youngest choir, Joyful Noise, when I was probably 3 years old. And as I grew with her choir, so I eventually advanced to the treble choir. And upon becoming a senior in high school, I took the position as co-head chorister of the treble choir. And I think I never really saw myself as much of a leader before then, but becoming a head chorister allowed me to share with younger choristers all that I had learned from Anna and her program that centers around the Anglican choral music tradition that was very special to me and to my family. And so I felt this responsibility to be able to share this with younger choristers. And I think it reminded me how foundational my music experience had been at St. Paul's, and how it will no doubt shape where I will go in the future as an aspiring musician.